Malicious.
Oh, Galatians.
Galatians. We have them there. Now, these are church documents. But remember, when there came a time in 1506, after we lost power in Spain, the Africans ruled Spain from 711. We were calling ourselves Moors, M-A-U-E-R-S, then M-O-O-R-S. From 711 until 1485, 774 years, when we built and brought into Europe the university system, building the University of Salamanca, S-A-L-A-M-A-N-C-A in Spain, a copy of the University of Genève from ancient Ghana, which was equally a copy of the University of Sankore in Tombouctou, which the French later called Timbuktu. Now, look, if you want to read it, read Stanley Lane Poole's The Moors in Spain, written in 1887, or Alejandro Macaziza. Read his book in Spanish, The Moors in Spain, and said that even the bath was introduced by those Africans.
You said the bra was introduced by...
Extraordinary, and yet that race survives. It not only survives, but it speaks with fantastic new vigor and power and confidence. We are involved in a restructuring of history. Even those who are powerful in their academies find they're being subverted. I speak now more and more to professors who 10 years ago would have torn me to pieces. Now they sit quietly, trembling, knowing that these ideas are like viruses, that you cannot contain them anymore, and they're here, unlike AIDS, there is no vaccine. So that we are involved in a struggle in which we will win. And one of the struggles is to make us aware of the fantastic capacity and potential that lay in our world. The Moorish story is one of the most hopeful stories on earth. Who are these Moors? The word Moor comes from Moros, which means dark, which the Greeks used, and then the Romans made it Mores, and then some people say it also came from Meroe. Moor came from Meroe. When Shakespeare uses it, he means black. Whether it is Othello, or whether it is the figure in Titus Andronicus, he sees the Moor as black. Not all the Moors were black. What really happened is that Arabia at first was completely black. Later it was invaded by Asiatic or Semitic types. By the time of Muhammad it was only 10% black. But the Arabians or the Arabs are not the only Moors. But let us first, before we come into the question of who are the Moors, because the Moors, of their 4 dynasties in Europe, 2 of them were overwhelmingly black. They were developed in Africa, and the first 2 had a very powerful and dominant black element. But how did this begin? How come black people invaded Europe? Because most of us know Europe invaded black countries, but very few of us are aware that blacks invaded Europe. And we have to make a comparison between the black invasion and the white invasion, because they're very different types of invasion. The black invasion enriched, lifted Europe, even though as all invasions there must have been some kind of punishment, but the white invasion sought to destroy utterly the cultures and language, even the humanity of the people they invaded. All invasions are not the same. When the Greeks, the first great Europeans, invaded Africa, they did not despise Africans. Even though they invaded them, they were spit. This is the second in a series of 3 lectures on science of Africans and African Americans. Today, we're dealing with the science of the Moors. Who are the Moors? This is one of the most difficult of historical questions, and in fact, this is the most neglected chapter in black history. the generals were surrendering, the Moorish generals were surrendering in 1492, the very year Columbus sailed for the Caribbean, a painting was drawn of these generals. These were the Almohade generals. The Almohade, the fourth of the last of 4 dynasties in Spain, had come to an end, had come to grief, in fact, in their last stronghold, Granada. And when the Castilian Spanish were defeating the Moors, a painting was done of the defeat, and there were black generals surrendering. What were they surrendering if they were not in charge?